Louis Vuitton,
Apple,
Tiffany.
The board have been extremely generous in supporting the entire Retail Management Institute class to go on a retail safari to New York City. Kris, thank you. You helped us visit the Apple store, the iconic store on Fifth Avenue.
We tried to help the students understand is how do we think about that customer journey? And there's no better way to do that than kind of actually walking through the store and why we made some of the design choices that we made in terms of the materiality of the store. I think those are all really important aspects of the craft of retail.
Some of the leadership team that we spoke to were people who had originally worked in opening the store, and they had actually collaborated with Steve Jobs. We didn't stop there, then we went over to LVMH and Tiffany's.
Tiffany, and it's an iconic location in New York City. And therefore, it really was an exercise in brand positioning. With the investments made in the store, respecting its original architecture and heritage, but creating a modern version of that heritage for Tiffany today is a very important part of luxury brand positioning. The Louis Vuitton Cafe, that store is extremely representative of what is happening in the luxury industry today for the importance of brands and retailers to create these experiential places where people can go, immerse themselves, and eventually hopefully buy your products.
And after we finished the LVMH visit, we went to the Nordstrom's Fifth Avenue store, and Jamie Nordstrom is also a board member. It allowed us to host a student reception where we were able to invite alumni from New York City to meet our students, and that was a wonderful kind of way to wrap the whole thing up.